Welcome back, y'all. Got another one. This is the third coyote out of this trap. So I'm gonna title this video Back to Basics. We're gonna go back and we're just gonna review some basic trapping 101 in this video. I like to do a video like this about once a year, just kind of a refresher for everybody. So we're gonna go over trap bedding, bait and lure, look at some locations again and why to set certain locations. We've been hammering the coyotes lately. This one right here makes 46, 47 in the last 48 days of trapping. Coyote Trapping 101, back to basics. Hope y'all enjoy it. Well, nothing in the trapping world ever ceases to amaze me. There's new stuff happening every day. Like, nothing's ever the same. And I got a double here today, so check this out. Bobcat. I just doubled up on bobcats, and as you can see, there's one and there's one. I might be the greatest trapper ever. All right, back the next morning. You see back here we got a big field. They just plowed it yesterday. It's been kind of grown up about, I don't know, knee high or so with just some weeds and overgrowth, and they just went and put the plow to it yesterday. And then right here paralleling the field is just a long straight road that parallels the entire length of the field. So I got a trap down here at this end, a trap down here at this end, and one right in the middle. There he is right there, another bobcat. MB 550 double dirt hole set right here on the edge of the road. I just freshened this trap up a little bit yesterday. The pan was showing just from sitting for so long. So I came back, sifted a little fresh dirt over it, hit it with a shot of urine, and picked up another bobcat. So that'll be the fourth bobcat off this property. Have not caught a coyote now in about 3 days off this place. But the bobcats are coming in strong. The place is thick with bobcats. Got another one. I had a raccoon in this trap yesterday. It's an MB 550. It's just right here on a little point, little three-way intersection point. Had a coon yesterday. Remade the set. The mosquitoes are horrible out here. But got another nice bobcat. So that's 2 cats this morning. I believe 5 total off of this place. Whacking them, man, whacking them. So I'm using a lot of Kathmandu and Voodoo, Violator 7, and that chuck wagon out here on this property. In my previous cat video, I'll put a little pop right there. My previous cat video where I talked about bobcat trapping and tips to catch bobcats. Kathmandu and Voodoo are my 2 like go-to cat lures. But Violator 7 and Voodoo are very similar, and chuck wagon is just, it's really proven itself to me here over the past 2 or 3 weeks. So it's definitely a permanent lure in my arsenal now for coyotes and apparently for bobcats. All right, so it's pull day for a portion of this big property that I'm on. But back to basics, right? Okay. So what we got here, we got a 3-way intersection. Road comes in from here, splits left, splits right in a perfect T. So the prime location in those T intersections is right at the top of that T. So here's a little better look at it. This is our road coming in. Road splits left, road splits right. We're center line of the road coming into the T, directly straight in front there. It's a double dirt hole set, MB 450, and a pretty strawberry looking coyote there. Real pretty coat on him, actually. That's where you want to set those T intersections, right at the top of that T, where anything coming down this leg of the road is going to basically be looking at it, walking straight to it, and anything crossing left or right is going to walk by this trap. And case in point, yet again, road tee, right at the top of the tee. I did go just a little bit out into this field because there was a bush hog trail going out into the field, but nailed a nice big coyote there. I'm pulling traps, so it kind of sucks because I'm steady catching, but they got to start hunting, and they don't want traps in the ground with bird dogs on the ground, which is very understandable. But that one right there is number 50 in, I think, 50 days. Whacking them. Man, I can smell him. Whoo, that is a big male. Golly, I hate to have to pull this trap. It is what it is. Number 50 coyote down. Hey, I caught another bobcat. 6 bobcats in a week out here on this place. You see the swampland back here behind us. Duck pond, duck impoundments basically. So it's all low bottom. They pump full of water once duck season comes in. And just got a dike running through the middle of it. And coming to this big T intersection here. See it going this way, going back this way. Set it right in the cross of that T. I didn't want to set it up here at the head of the tee like I talked about earlier, just simply because it just drops off. It's just a big slope down here. I just made a double dirt hole set kind of in the bank of one of those little mounds of dirt coming from the tractor tire. Nailed a bobcat. Chuck wagon, baby. Chuck wagon. Nailing them. Chuck wagon and Paulus. Dirt hole dynamite. Killing it. Killing it with this stuff. They'll definitely need to get you some of both of those. Iron Trail Trapping Supply for the chuck wagon, Paulus baits and lures for the dirt hole dynamite. It is a killer combination. I've caught probably, I'm gonna say 12 or 14 coyotes in the previous video, week, 2 weeks, and I've caught a half dozen bobcats on that combo this week, or close to it. I know there's been some Catmandu mixed in there, some Voodoo, some Violator 7, but we had a raccoon in this trap yesterday, and I know for sure that I put chuck wagon back in that hole when I remade the set. Bobcat number 6. Man, the cats are just coming out. Big old Tom back there. So you can see back here behind us, there's like some pretty thick, heavy cover back here. And I hadn't caught a lot around this field this year, but just 2 or 3 days ago, they came through and bush hogged a lot of trails. You can see right here is one. There's another one right over here, and they are just switching and intersecting all in there. And that is a humongous bobcat. That's the 8th bobcat that I've caught in 2 weeks. This trap's been in the entire time I've been trapping this property, 4.5 weeks. Hadn't caught anything. Finally picked up a coyote in it. Younger dog, but a dead dog. Well, I cannot say enough about this bait and lure combo. I know I'm pushing that a lot in this video, man, but it's the gospel. It's the honest truth. I just got that chuck wagon like 2 weeks ago. That's my 9th bobcat since I started using chuck wagon. And I mean, I'm just stacking the critters on this stuff, man. It's the truth. It might be one of the better lures I've ever used. So anyway, still pulling traps out here. Just got a mowed path coming out of this field onto a road, or off this road onto the field, however you want to look at it. It's just a really thin section of this tall grass here as it goes out into what's a mowed cornfield, and picked us up another bobcat. This stuff is amazing. Mouthy little thing. Second coyote out of this trap. This is number 55. Number 55 on the season. I had this trap in a previous video. You can see this road going down here, parallel in this hardwood bottom, and just got a T intersection in the road here. Set pointed out why. Had a double dirt hole set in there. Can't remember the bait, can't remember the lure, but we caught a coyote. Also just found something out upon dispatch. This coyote's only got 3 legs. And I actually caught one the other day that only had 3 legs, but I did not notice it at the time. Missing a leg. Anybody can catch them when they got 4 feet. Well, I had to take a break from trapping. I haven't killed a deer in 2 years now, and we just got a little spot set up here behind the house. I mostly let the kids hunt back here. It's kind of their little backyard spot, but old Dad took it over today. I had no one in the stand with me. He videoed, I shot. So the roles are reversed finally. I had to break the ice, man. That's a nice buck, huh? Nice backyard buck, at least.
It's a dink.
It's the first thing I've shot in 2 years.
Thanks.
It isn't a coyote. A decent buck. All right, y'all ready to drag?
You shoot, you drag.
Finally got this dog. So there's a trail camera set up right down here. 75 yards. And this coyote's been on trail camera like every night for the whole 3 weeks that I've been out here trapping. And this trap hasn't moved, hasn't caught. I've only refreshened it once, maybe twice. And finally, 3.5 weeks in, nailed him. This is coyote number 14 off of this property. So what I did, you can see the little corner edge of the field here. There was a little slope of dirt, just good clean dirt right there. Set that dirt hole set in there and just let it soak. Trapping 101, back to basics. Leave your sets alone. A huge mistake that a lot of new trappers make is they set a trap and then they go to it every day. They walk around it, they look, they move leaves, they move sticks, they brush it back over, they put too much bait, too much lure, too much urine on it over and over and over again, thinking that, God, if it didn't catch the first night, it's not going to catch the second night if I don't do something to it. Let them sit, leave them alone, keep as much of your scent traffic off of that set as you possibly can, and it will eventually catch. All right, another pool day and another coyote. So since we're getting back to basics on this video, I want to talk a little bit about this particular coyote. That trap's been in the ground for 4 weeks today. When I set the trap, bait and lure went in the trap. About 10 or 12 days later, it got rebaited after we had all that rain. It sat with that bait on it for going on about 2 weeks now. You really need to make sure that you're staying off of your sets as much as possible. I ride past, I set all my traps, 90% of my traps where I can see them out the window of the truck. I ride past them, check them every day. If there's nothing in it, it hadn't been dug up, the bait hole hadn't been dug up, or the trap's not tripped, I don't stop. I don't get out. I don't leave more scent footprint around than I absolutely have to. Set it, freshen it every 10 to 12 days, depending on the weather, and leave it. Trapping is a lot about the confidence you have in the sets you make. If you bed the trap correctly, you set it in a good location. This is in a big intersection here, a big 3-way intersection. Bed the trap correctly, good location, good bait, good lure, and just let it be. Stay off of it, keep your scent away from it as much as possible. Catch more coyotes. All right, well, this place might look familiar to some of you. It's this little small farm that we were on here a few weeks ago. Got a call back. It still had coyotes up here at this lady's place. We caught 8 the last time we were here, and it's been about 3, maybe 4 weeks since we've been here. And she called me back and said they had a few more coyotes coming around, coming in their yard, getting their chickens and things like that. So set right here at this fence opening. Last time we were here, I set my trap on that side of the fence crossing. And I think I caught a coyote there. I did. I caught a coyote there last time. This time I went on the other side of the fence, set it right by the opening, caught this coyote. So just had a dirt hole or double dirt hole set in there. That's a brand spanking new MB 450, bright and shiny, and nailed a really big coyote here. So anytime you have fence rows or hedgerows or any type of straight consistent breaks, especially in your open fields and stuff like that, and then you have an opening in it, just set by those openings. Those critters, everything, deer, coyotes, bobcats, everything that moves through here, turkeys, they're gonna come through this fence opening. It's just a heck of a lot easier for them to walk through than to try to cross under or over or through the fence. Set your fence openings, set your little hedgerow openings, ditch crossings, things like that. Catch more yotes. Bang, bang, boogity bang. Location, location, location. I got an old video about that. I'll put a little link. Right there. It'll pop up in just a second. Right now. Location. One of the biggest basics of coyote trapping, or trapping in general, is going to be your trap location. So right here, we have got just a big ag field, some cut corn through here. I got an inside curve of a road, and then right here is just a little plowed trail coming down the edge of this field. Right at the end of that plowed trail is where I decided to set this trap. So we got a few different things going on here. Agriculture, number one. Number two, the road that follows the edge of this field comes right around right here. So we're setting the inside curve of the road. And three, we got this break in the ag here, in the agriculture. Over here, we just got some weeds, some tall growth, dog fennel and things like that. Here we got this cut corn, and then we got this break in between them. This is where the animals are gonna travel in this field. Right down this edge, right down the edge of this ag, and then the inside curve of this road. So we got just kind of a mix of everything coming together right here. It's like prime travel paths. Even right over here in the edge of the woods, you can see an old trail that's cut into the woods here. So we got this old path coming out, we got the road, we got the ag, we got the tall bushes and the tree line right here, and then we got this plowed strip through the middle. It is just a humongous travel corridor. In my opinion, you can catch a coyote in any kind of trap. Any brand name trap can catch a coyote. Any bait, any lure can catch a coyote. But if you don't set where the coyotes are traveling and you don't set that location, you're not going to catch them. Location and trap bedding are the two most important things in successful coyote trapping. Nailed one. So back to that location thing, we got this road coming out here. This road kind of just parallels the marsh. We're on a saltwater little peninsula here. This road comes along parallel in the marsh, opens up into this big field. We just kind of went right on the corner here. There's a little bit of taller growth right here, so I came past that where the edge of the food plot here actually starts, and just set this trap right on that corner. So this was a walkthrough set. As long as it's not tore up too bad, I'm gonna show you guys how I like to make my walkthrough sets. But got a nice coyote here, second one off this property. Got a nice big bobcat, a couple fox, lots of raccoons. So it's starting to pick up. The weather's starting to just kind of mellow out and stay a little more consistent than the up, down we've been experiencing the last week or so. Nice big female. I'm gonna show you all that walkthrough set right here in just a second. All right, so what we had here, you can kind of see this little bit of taller grass that, goes right down the edge here. Had a tuft of grass here and here. It's been, cut down, mowed down or whatever by the coyote fighting. But we're gonna punch a dirt hole in here and then one right back here at the bottom of this tuft. These things still have about a 3 to 4 inch profile right here. So it's still a good backing. And we got the trap right in the middle. Here's the second one here. We got a trap placed right in the middle. I'll show you guys exactly how I do it. All right, here's our trap, right dead center of the set. One little tuft of grass here, one here. It's not gonna be as effective as a walkthrough as it once was before we caught this coyote here, But we're gonna run our dirt hole in here. Just kind of bore that back out. And actually, still got our bait. I'm gonna come back over here, bore out our other one. If you can't tell, it's extremely dry right now. We've been pretty slack on rain here lately. We got our 2 dirt holes here and here. They're about 20 to 24 inches apart from the center of the hole to the center of the hole. Trap right in the middle. Now I like to dig that bed out really, really deep. I've said this on previous videos. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but here's my hand. So you're figuring tip to wrist is a solid 6 inches. I'm 3 to 4 inches deep on my trap bed. Polyfill for underlining. Now this trap bed's deeper than what I want it to be right now, but I'll show you why here in a second. So when I go to bed this trap, you look here in the bottom of the bed, all this ground's hard. I got my little bowl cut out. So I'm just gonna push a couple of inches of soft dirt back in it. And this is very important. Two most important things in trapping, coyote trapping, is location and trap bedding. If you don't have a good location and that trap's not bedded solid, you absolutely will not catch a coyote. So, got our swivel in the middle and our swivel on the base plate. I take both of those swivels and pull them back down under this free jaw where they're out of the way of the base plate and the trap doesn't want to rock on them. Okay, so just setting that trap in there, it's only got a little bit of wiggle. All I've done literally is just pulled my chain, pulled that swivel to about the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock position and dropped my trap. And it's already almost there. So what we'll do is we'll grab the levers on both sides. We're gonna push down and twist at the same time. So we're gonna apply pressure downward and we're gonna twist, and that's gonna just settle and set that trap down in that bed good. And watch this. Almost there. Come around your edges. Smooth those down a little bit where we don't have a straight sharp edge like this. The edges of their bed are more beveled out. I'm gonna push some dirt on the outside of those jaws, start packing it in. It's pretty difficult with as dry as this dirt is right now, but you can get it bedded solid either way. Gonna rake that edge down some. Pack that dirt tight, tight, tight around the outside of the jaws. You want the dirt inside of the bed to be the same consistency as the dirt outside of the bed. You don't want an animal to walk up here on this hard dirt, hard packed dirt, and then step right here and it just all be mush from where you've been sifting and everything. Okay, so we got the outside of the jaws packed. Just gonna brush that dirt down smooth, and then we're gonna pack the inside of the jaws. Now, if you notice, I got my holes here, traps in the middle, and I got the trap kind of canted to about a 45-degree angle from the holes. I don't have it pointed directly at this one or at this one. My hope is, and my idea is, the coyote is gonna approach it from this angle or from this angle. Now, he's gonna try to work both of these holes, and that trap's in the middle. It's just my theory, my idea of how an animal is gonna approach this set as to why I have the trap turned and positioned the way that I have it. All right. So now I got my trap bedded. I can touch anywhere in here on this trap, and there is absolutely zero movement. It's as solid as the ground is around it. I'm gonna take my sifter. Ooh, that's dry. Blend that whole set in. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of a mound here where the pan is. Just take and brush it down smooth. You should only have about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch of dirt over top of your pan. And you don't want any little ball of dirt or anything, any pebbles or anything like that on your pan. They're gonna act as foot guides, and it's gonna allow that coyote to not step on your pan. So like this little stone here, if it's here, that's enough for a foot guide for a coyote. That is all you need. You don't need big clumpy stuff, sticks. You don't have to poke sticks in the ground and everything. Take this one and put it here for a foot guide. Take that one and put it there. So we kind of triangulated our foot guides around it. Bed's nice and smooth. Gonna take some of this excess dirt. Just make a little subtle mound. Sprinkle some of the innards of the sifter around here. You want foot guides, you want things to guide the coyote into the set, but you want it to be subtle. You don't want it to be anything dramatic and unnatural looking. So this set right now, as it sits, we got our 2 dirt holes, we got our lure hole punched in here. This just looks like something that's already been dug at. It's already been raided by a coyote or a fox or something like that. A mouse hole, a little mole hill or something like that. Something's come up here and dug at it. We got our foot guides in place. We got our lure hole. So we've kind of limited this animal as to where he can approach this set from. Mostly it's going to be out here, I'm thinking now, okay? So now we're thinking this coyote's going to approach it from here, and he's got 3 different things to work. We'll put bait in both of these holes, a lure here. No need for urine on this set because we just caught a coyote in it and it's been peed on and pooped on and everything like that. So there's plenty of natural scent in this set. So I'm gonna go with our tried and true polished dirt hole dynamite. That's what I caught this coyote on. Good little scoop in that hole. Same in that one. Gonna go with my new favorite lure, Iron Trail Chuck Wagon. Been slamming the coyotes on this in the last few videos in the last few months. That coyote there makes upwards of 60 that I've caught in the last 2 months. And a lot of them have been on this combination, Chuck Wagon and the Paulus bait that I've been using. A little bit of Chuck Wagon right there in that lure hole. And that's it. That's our remade walkthrough double dirt hole set. Don't overthink your sets. I spent a lot of time on this one just for the sake of teaching. Don't overthink your sets. Don't try to do too much on them. Make it look natural, but don't make it look set up, if that makes sense. You do that, you bed those traps solid, you put them in a good location, and you leave them alone. You let them sit, let them work, let them do their magic. You'll catch more coyotes. You're a big female. Well, y'all remember that walkthrough set that I showed y'all a little while back? Just got our second coyote out of there. Pretty excited about that. Glad y'all got to see the making of the set and then catching something in it. This one has pretty well destroyed the set, so I don't know that we'll be able to make the same thing again, but we'll do the best we can. But second coyote out of walkthrough set. Little back corner of this field. Road coming out. Good stuff. Well, here's a good one. Bobcat. So this is the second apex predator, if you will, out of this trap. I had a gray fox in here last week. I don't think I filmed that. It was a bit of a cubby set, if you will. You look around, you see some, just some dead sticks and pieces of limbs and stuff laying around. There was a little pile of limbs right here. And I just drilled my dirt hole. I did a double dirt hole, just kind of side by side, about, 4 or 5 inches apart. And there was a little pile of sticks back there for a backing. So figured it'd work out good eventually for a cat, but it did. It took it about a week and a half to catch a cat. Caught a fox probably like the first 5 or 6 nights. About 10 or 12 days into it. Nice big bobcat. That was a double dirt hole set, dirt hole dynamite, and Catmandu. that nailed this one. All right, so just show y'all real quick how we had this set made. You can still see one of the dirt holes here, the other one here. So like I say, these things are only 4 or 5 inches apart. This ground is super, super hard. We haven't had any rain in a month. So the deepest I can get these holes, this one is 2 to 3 inches deep. This one's 4 or 5 inches deep. That's the best they're gonna get. But you can see, like I say, we had all these sticks and stuff here, so it's gone from a bit of a cubby set to what now is gonna be a trash pile set. There you go. That little twist and push in there. Down that good soft dirt. Ring it around and pack it super tight. All the way outside. Couple little shakes. Dust it off and pack the inside. Smooth out the edges of that bed. A little bit of subtle foot guide there. Back with the old dirt hole dynamite. Gonna put the bait down the deeper of the 2 holes. And the old gold label, gold top Kathmandu. Just a little dab of that. A little dab will do ya. Just a little dab will do ya. And there we go. There it is. Like I say, that hole over here is pretty shallow just because the ground's so hard. But this one here, we got it about 4 or 5 inches deep. Trap set back about 8 to 10 inches. Offset slightly in its little bowl depression. Got a little mound of stuff there on the back, make it look like a trash pile set from where a cat's tried to bury something. Put it right back to work tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up with this one. This is the prettiest coyote that I've caught this year. You might not be able to see it real well right now, but that thing is just a blonde, almost white. Let's see if we can get a better look at her here. Oh yeah, old strawberry blonde. Had a dirt hole set in here. There's a big intersection right here behind us, and punched a dirt hole set in here a few days ago. We caught a red fox here like the second night, remade the set and caught this pretty coyote. We're gonna go ahead and close this one out. Back to basics. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Hope it helps everybody on your trap line. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.